Welcome to season 6 of the Breakthrough Show, Breakthroughs Around the World, conversations with 40 guests from 40 different countries, acknowledging our similarities, honoring our differences, and celebrating our connection. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, the creator of the Breakthrough Show Network. For season 6, episode 17, I am thrilled to introduce a guest who was introduced to me through other two Breakthrough Show alumni, Oleg Lohid and Scott Mason. As an entrepreneur at heart, he is a man of many passions and has a true heart for and love for helping others. Representing the country of Ghana, please welcome William Plange to the show. Welcome, William. It is good to have you here today.
I'm so humbled to be here. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited to dive in a little bit to your story, but I mentioned coming into the show today that I met you through Oleg Lohid and Scott Mason. How did you come to meet them?
Oh, well, it's still based on my story. I was just going around sharing my story on LinkedIn, and then I got the numbers. People got to know me as well as Oleg and Scott. Oleg actually came to Ghana to visit.
Yeah.
And then I realized we share so many things in common. You know, he has quite a story, an amazing story as well. And then we just gel up like that.
Yeah. I love that. And then I'm assuming you met Scott through Oleg.
Yes. And then actually, I'm on the same network group with Scott too as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
in the States, yes.
Very good. Very good. Excited. They're amazing people. And so when they introduced you to me, I knew that you were going to be an amazing person because they always have amazing people around them for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Um, I would love to hear what you love about Ghana. And I had to go look it up because I've shared with this series that I've never been really good at geography. So I had to go look at a map and figure out where it was. And so I know that Ghana is on the west coast of Africa and it is on the water, but there seems to be a lot of forest there as well, right?
Yes. Ghana is in West Africa. We are about 30 million people. Yes, and
Okay.
then one thing I love about Ghana is that the people are welcoming. You know, when you go to some part of the world, people are taught not to be careful around strangers, but it's not like that in Ghana. People embraces strangers. People love strangers, regardless where you're from. The people are very welcoming. Okay, and they make strangers feel very good around them. And then Ghana is very peaceful, and then we have freedom. That's one thing that I can boast about here in Ghana. We have maximum freedom. We are free to go move anywhere, regardless of time. I can stay out like 10 p.m. and come back home safe.
Yeah.
Yes. Another thing I like about Ghana is we have some amazing tourist sites, waters, land reserve. Like we have a lot of sites here, which I would always recommend people who wants to travel and see Africa to come to Ghana. It's a lovable place. Yeah.
It sounds amazing. And I would love to ask you about what kind of animals you have there because I've talked to people on the east coast of Africa and learned a little bit about the animals there. Do you have a wide range of different animals in Ghana?
Yes, we do. We have um basically most of the animals are here. Lions, zebras, ostrich, um, snails. We have a lot of animals here.
Yeah.
Yeah, elephants. Yes, we have them here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still wild to me to think about um wild, the lions and elephants and things like that in the wild somewhere, because we just don't see that here in the United States. And so it's one of those things that's fascinating to me, and I can't wait to go to Africa one day and see all of this stuff, because I'm blown away by it. And what have the I know, in other parts of Africa, as I mentioned, there have been really amazing conservation efforts where it comes to the animals. The animals they have different protected areas. Do you
Mhm.
have that in Ghana as well?
Oh yes, these wild animals are not living with
Yeah.
humans here. No, no, they are reserved. They are in the zoo. They are in some of the tourist sites, and
Mm,
then they are well, like they are protected,
mm,
against humans. We don't live with them. Probably we might live with dogs and those friendly tamed animals, but with the
yeah.
wild ones, we don't live. No, they are far, far away from human beings. Yes, I
Good
need
to
to get
know.
this clear because people, sometimes on my network groups,
Mm,
people outside they think that you can live in your home and then a lion bumps into you in your
yeah.
home. No, it's not like that. They are far, far, far away from us. Yeah.
So
Mm.
everybody that's watching right now, in case you were worried that a lion would come in the middle of the interview, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, yeah. That perception should change because you know when Oleg came to Ghana, he was telling me that people think that in Africa, you could just be in your home and then a wild animal just comes into your house. No, it's never like that. People should travel and come see for themselves.
Yeah.
They should live out of those perceptions. It's
Yeah.
never like that. Yeah.
It's good. It's good to know that, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that's one of the biggest reasons we're doing this series, is that we are so used to wherever we grew up, and we create these ideas that things are a certain way and people are a certain way in certain countries, and we don't sometimes we don't get to travel, sometimes we don't get to find out what it's really like, and then we go through life thinking things are this way and they're not. So we are learning new things on the show, like lions do not just come into your house, boys and girls.
No, no, no.
Tell me about the food there, William.
Okay, so we have so many wide ranges of food, and then the best one, what I like best, it's beans.
Mm.
Bean stew, and then we have plantain, and then gari.
Oh,
I know you wouldn't know the gari and all that. Maybe I'll send you pictures of it later. We have
okay.
jollof. Have you heard of the jollof?
Mm-mm.
One favorite food Oleg was in love with when he came here. Yeah, we have jollof, we have kenke, we have fufu, we have a lots of food here.
Mm.
Pardon me. Yeah, so
I
it's
would
not a
as-
one way. It's not a one way rice and stew, and we have varieties.
mm. I
Yeah.
would assume, because the land looks very lush with lots of trees and things like that there. I would assume you have a wide range of fruits and vegetables. Is that the case?
Yes, we have wide range of that, fruits, vegetables, and all of that. Yes,
Yeah.
we do. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Tell me about any traditions that you might have there, and holidays and things like that. What does that look like in Ghana?
Okay, so we believe in culture. We have we're raised based on we have different types of ethnic groups,
Mhm.
and all of them have their way of life and special languages that they speak. So when you go to the north, they have festivals, yam festivals, and
Mm.
these are done in remembrance of a solution to hunger way
Mm.
back in 18s or the 17s. I wasn't born then, but the few that I know about it, yes, is that uh, there was hunger, and then in a way they were able to solve it.
Mm.
and came up with some crops. So they do that occasionally, maybe yearly, in remembrance of their forefathers, how they were able to solve the hunger situation at that particular time. When you come to the South, we also have so many cultures here. We have Homowo, we have Akwesidae. There are names given to them.
Mm.
Some, they go to the forest to catch a wild animal and bring it back. It all has an ancient mystery behind it, but they
Mm.
still do it here yearly. And
Yeah.
festivals are one occasion that people love to travel outside and come to see them. It's
Mm.
very beautiful, the kind of clothes they wear, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah.
I love that. It sounds very exciting.
Mhm.
One of the things that I saw Oleg sharing about when he came back from Ghana was that the difference in being able to lean on each other for help if we needed help. And, here we're kind of taught to fend for yourself, even if you need help. You should not just ask anybody. That's not what you do. And Oleg said it was very different there, that everyone is there for each other and ready to help and not afraid to ask for help. How do you feel about that?
That is very true.
Mm.
When I go out, and I'm stranded, maybe I need water, I can just knock on anybody's door. Please, can I have water? And they're going to give me. That is the level of how welcoming, and then how Ghanaians show love to people. It is an inbuilt thing for everybody. You know, of course, there will be some few people who wouldn't show much kindness, but like 85% of Ghanaians will show you that love. You could go anywhere. When you need food, you ask them. If they have, they're going to give you.
Mm.
you know so Ghanaians, they are lovable people. They love people. They love to share whatever they have, regardless if they know you or they don't. They are going to extend their hands to help you out. Yeah,
Mm.
so it's we just nobody teaches us this. We just grow with it. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
an inbuilt something that is within us.
It's so beautiful to hear that. I wish that it was like that everywhere. And I think, throughout time, things have changed a little bit. I think it used to be, not exactly like that, but closer to that many years ago when I was very young. I remember being more open to people and doing more things as a community. We used to, in the apartments that I grew up in, we used to rope off the parking lot, and everybody would bring their grills out and their little pools, and all of
Yeah.
the families would come out and eat together and do things together. And no one does that anymore. And I think we've become so fast paced and so in the mindset of we have to be self-sufficient that we've forgotten to come together. And so
Yeah.
I would love for that to be something that we bring back from other cultures like yours, because I miss it. I miss
Yeah.
that a lot.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one thing, when Oleg came, every evening, we go to my friends,
Mm.
and then we are grouped. Every evening we are
Mm.
grouped, and then we chat, we have conversation, we eat together. And then he was surprised because he never sees them. He says no one has time, like friends, to group and then
Yeah.
talk, have fun, chat, eat together. He hardly sees that. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, this is Ghana. When we close
Yeah.
from work, we meet, and then we talk, and then we eat together. Yeah. So
That's
that is Ghana.
beautiful. I mean, it really is beautiful. And maybe I'm in the wrong place. Maybe I'm in the wrong place.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing. healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
I know, as I mentioned, that Ghana has lots of forests, and there was a period of time when you went to the forest for a while, and spent some time there. Tell everybody about that.
Okay, so about the forest, when I completed school, um, finding a job was quite difficult for me. My friends were having the good jobs. And one thing in Ghana, before you get a good job, you need to have affiliations with the political people, the more elite people, and then all that. But if you don't have that link, it's quite difficult for you to get a good job. You can get a job, but then it wouldn't be a very good job. So I found myself in that situation. My friends were having all the good jobs, and I was stranded. So I took a personal decision to leave the city and go spend some time in the forest. So I went there. Um, I lived with a small family. There was no electricity. There was no good drinking water. We wake up in the morning. We go to the farm. We come back. That was what we're doing all the time. So spending 6 months there, I learned a lot. You know, I drank water from the stream. It looks green in color. I drank those water. Animals drink from the same stream. But one thing is, I never fell sick. I never fell sick. So it was quite an comfortable situation for me. But there I had my business ideas from the forest. I learned a lot. I learned the way of life of different kinds of people, and I implement that with my customers now. No, so from the forest, I got my first business idea as an errand boy to run errands for busy scheduled people. So after living my 6 months down the line, I came to the city, and then I started errand boy. And what I was doing was I was having contact with people who were busy, like bankers, lawyers, who had no time to run errands for themselves. I stepped in for them, and then I did all the errands for them. So then I had so many contacts. I became friends with quite people who are of high class in the society, like judges, lawyers, policemen. And till now, I have about 4,000 contacts on my phone. And now I know who to call when I need some kind of help. So I started Errand Boy, and apparently I was doing it for free for a year. I only received tips from people I run errands for. And I did that because I love to hear people tell me, God bless you. I love to hear people tell you, thank you. I love to hear people tell you, oh, if it is not William, I wouldn't have got this done. I had this deep feeling in me when I hear those words. So it encouraged me to do more of the errands. And then by so doing, I had so many contacts. Then From there, I started going to shops, people who sold clothes and other items that I believe that people would love to buy.
Mm.
I move to them. I tell them, hey, look, I can sell this for you. I don't need to take your product. I just need pictures of it. Then I post on my status, my social media platforms, and then I bargain with them so that they can give me a 10% commission when I'm able to make a sale. So I start pushing that, and people I run errands for, these same contacts were the people who were buying from me because we had created a bond, and then they knew that I was a good guy. I've
Mm.
helped them a lot for free and all that. So they started buying from me, and then I was making those 10% commission from them. So as it went on, I was gathering more contacts. I had some jobs that was paying me like $64 a month, working on the sun, and then it was quite uncomfortable for me. So one day I sat down and I was like, so if I'm working for somebody for $64, and then she makes about, let's say, $20,000 for my effort. Why don't I start something for myself
Mm.
and then make that money for me? I can just make the runs because I'm already the errand boy, and I'm even working on the sun for her. Why don't I work on the sun for myself and then make some money for myself?
Yeah.
So I quit that job and I went all out, moving to people. Any opportunity that I get, I make a business out of it. And then I got the numbers. So then I met somebody who was into my invisible mugs, which I'm currently doing now
Yeah.
and selling outside Ghana. Yes, so on the same terms, I told her that I can sell this for you. Just give me a video. Do not put your contact on it. I'm going to put it on my status. When I get a buyer, I'm going to link you guys and I make my 10% commission. And it was going on. I was making sales for her. Later, I told her to give me a new video because the old one was too, people are too familiar with that one. So I
Mm.
wanted to change the video. This time around, she sent me a video with her contact on it. And I was like, hey, look, this is not a deal. If I post it, people are going to call you directly and I'm going to make nothing. So can you give me a video without your contact? And I don't know what happened. She said no, she can't do that anymore. Then people kept calling me, they need invisible marks, they need invisible marks. And I used my last savings, all the money I had, because I believed in it that people were going to get it. So I ordered for a machine from China, and I was even scared about the machine coming or not. But I'm a risk taker. I can do something. If I fail, I fail. I don't care about it. Yeah, if I win, I win. If I fail, I learn and I
Mm.
move on. So I bought a machine, and luckily for me, the machine came in 3 weeks. And I started the invisible marks officially. I used to call it the magic mug. That is what everybody calls it, the magic mug. But I changed the name to the invisible mugs because of my story, because of people going through hardship, people going through depression, and I want them to come out of it because I believe that everybody has something special inside of them that needs to come out for the world to see. But they are just not aware. I went through that situation. I wasn't aware I had something special in me, but I discovered it, and now I'm making it a reality. Because from Ghana, most people do not even know Ghana, but I've been able to make sales from Ghana to the States. And behind me are my memory, my wall of memory. Anybody I make sales to, I place them here, and every morning when I wake up and I see them, I say good morning to them
Mm.
because they've helped my dream to come true. Yes,
Mm.
the sky is not my limit, but my mindset is my limit. Because
Mm.
if I limit my mindset, the sky is too short for me. So I just need to raise my mindset above the skies. So I
Mm.
started with Digital Mag, and then I made the money I used in buying the machine. I make that money in just 1 month.
Wow.
Yes, just 1 month, I made the money back. And since then, it has been profits all throughout, all throughout.
Mm.
And I believe situations, um, the lady saying no to me opened a door for me. Otherwise, I would have not think of buying my own machine to start something for myself. I would have been
Yeah.
working on that. So sometimes a no means a breakthrough for you.
Yeah.
So if somebody says no to me, I don't make it get into me too much. I know it's a way to open another door, a good door for me. So I'm using these invisible marks to tell the world it's not just a mark. Don't see it as just a cup that you use to drink water. See it as you have something special inside of you that needs to come out for the world to see. And I'm going to show you how this thing works. These marks, I can place any message, any picture, anything that you want to be on, I can put it on for you, but you don't see it until you pour hot water on it. So I'm going to demonstrate this for you. Let me just put it on and
Yeah.
then get this done. Yeah, so I'm just hitting it a while, then I'll just demonstrate this. So it's been quite a journey, and then um, as I said, I always create business ideas from situations I go
Mm.
through, especially the bad ones. The
Yeah.
bad ones, yes, because I love them. I love going through, and I always say that living in the forest is the best degree to have in life.
Mm.
Is the best school to ever go to in life. Or being in an uncomfortable situation is the best place to be
Yeah.
because it makes you think smart. It brings you ideas because you want to get out of it.
Right.
I don't want anybody I know people are going through a lot. People are going through a lot. But I just want to encourage them with these invisible marks that they have something special inside of them that needs to come out.
Yeah.
Everybody has something special. You were created with a purpose. God gave you something deep inside you to help the world. So nobody is good for nothing. Everybody is special, and that's what
Mm.
I'm teaching.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you the mug and how
Okay.
it works. Yeah. So I had a deal with Martin Luther. I think it's an organization in the state, New Jersey, and I
Mm.
made the sample for them. So this is you. Anybody going through hard times, anybody feeling that they have nothing within them, this is you. But when you discover whatever you have, you're going to come out bright for the world to see. So you need to search within you, and then you need to come out for everyone to see you that you were born special.
Mm.
God gave you something special inside of you. So when you pour the hot water, you reveals whatever thing that you want me to place on the mark for you.
I love
So
it. I love
yeah,
it. It's such a good message because it's so true that we don't oftentimes we don't believe in ourselves, or we're not taught that we have something
yeah,
special inside us that needs to come out. And it also plays into, using the challenges that we go through in life, to that those challenges are what bring out those special things inside of us. And so the symbolism of the hot water, the challenges, the things that we go through in our lives, revealing that special thing inside of us is, I think, amazing. It's an amazing
exactly.
vision to have, and symbolic process to have in front of you when you sit down to have your tea or coffee or anything like that. I think it's amazing. How long
Yeah.
ago was it that you started Errand Boy?
I started around 2014. It
Mm,
wasn't official then. It was just just struggling, pushing in. So because I came back from the forest within 2014.
Mm,
I came in the 6th month in 2014. So I started Run Boy in 2014. So it was on and off. Sometimes I give
Yeah.
up, I come back again, you know. Yeah,
Yeah. And what I wanted to say about that was that, you mentioned that in the beginning, you were doing it just to have those people say to you, you did a great job. You're
yeah,
amazing. You're
yeah,
wonderful. And it's been 8 years. So many
yeah,
people get into business for themselves and they
yeah,
think, I'm going to start my business and tomorrow I'll have $1 million. And, you really have given things so much time to grow and not just grow your business, but grow as the person who is running the
yeah,
business.
yeah, yeah. And then, most often I tell people that, choose something, a business that you love to do,
Mhm.
because I chose Errand Boy basically because of how I feel when people tell me thank you, how I feel when people tell me God bless you. That is what I loved. So choosing my business, because in business there are times that sales are not going to come.
Mhm.
1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, no sales. And then if you went into it because of money, you're going to quit. But if you go inside because of love, you're just going to do it regardless if you're not making any money out of it. And I think that is what kept me on my toes, because I didn't care if I just want to hear the thank you, and thank you doesn't cost much.
Yeah.
So it kept pushing me. So when you're choosing a business, it should be from something you love doing. And
Mhm.
there's always a business around what you love doing: reading, dancing, writing, anything you love doing, football. There's always a business around it. So
Mhm.
when you choose what you love doing, you're still going to do it regardless of money coming or not coming. And it's consistency that brings the result. You
Yeah.
know, I am selling to the states now because I didn't quit, because I was still doing it. I do for one person tells the other, they tell the other, they tell the other, and then it's about consistency. And then what
Mhm.
will drive the consistency is the love and the passion you have for it. So that is what I always tell people. Because if you go in because of money, quick money, $100 million, no, you're going to quit, because there are times money is not going to come.
Yeah. And then we end up in the end, if we go into it with just that money mindset, in the end, we usually end up finding out that it wasn't something that was meant for us to do. Like we're doing something because of the money, not because we
Yeah,
enjoy it. And next thing you know, it's 5 years down the road and we're miserable again. And so it's not good. But we see that all the time in the entrepreneur world. Like you need to make money fast and you need to oh, that's not a good business, so you need to do that even if it's
yeah,
something we're passionate about. And that's
yeah,
something that even I guess from the beginning, when I started doing this show back in 2018, I wasn't, thinking about money. I just wanted to do it because I enjoyed it. And so many people were like, well, that's cute. You're not going to last very long because you're not thinking about money. And here we are, 4 years
yeah,
later,
yeah. You're
still doing
growing.
it. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
growing and I've grown so much as a person. And to me, that is invaluable.
yeah. I think it's the best option that you chose, and it's going to. I'm hoping. No, not I'm hoping, and I know I'm going to see the breakthrough show on a bigger version. On TVs. I see that now,
Mm,
and consistency, and you have it because you love what you're doing.
yeah,
You did it. You chose it because of the love for it, not the money.
right.
So I'm seeing the show on a big platform. Trust me.
I
Yes.
love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Well, I appreciate that 100%. Hi, I'm Jessica Dugas, and while you might know me as the creator of the Breakthrough Show Network, I'm also a mom of 6 children.
Once I became a mom, I realized very quickly that not all children everywhere start out with the same resources and support in life. Recently, I learned of an organization that believes that no child anywhere should be marginalized. The Gratitude Network identifies visionary social entrepreneurs who are working with children and youth around the world and provides them with the capacity-building resources to grow their organizations to impact 5 to 10 times more children or youth in scalable and sustainable ways. The Breakthrough Show Network is proud to host several of the world-changing entrepreneurs that are part of the Gratitude Network. If you're a social entrepreneur who serves the youth of the world and would like to learn more about being a part of the Gratitude Network, or if you're a person or business who would like to support the mission of the Gratitude Network, I invite you to visit gratitude-network.org to learn more. Together, we can improve the lives of children and youth around the world.
And we have to get to our 10 quick fire questions today. Are you ready, William?
I'm scared.
We're going to do it. You're going to be just fine.
Okay.
All right. So here are our 10 questions for you. Number 1, what is your morning beverage of choice?
Milo. You know Milo? Tea.
Tea.
Tea, but it's, we call it Milo. It's from cocoa, grounded cocoa, beans. Yes. I don't know how to. I have one in my kitchen. I would have showed you, but then.
Oh,
But
that sounds good though. With cocoa in it, I'm here for that.
Yeah. It's the best. You should try it.
I need to find out about this and have some of that. All right.
Yeah.
Number 2, when are you most productive?
In the night. Yeah. 10 p.m.
All right. Yeah. Really? I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping at that time, William.
10 p.m.
All right. Number 3, which season is your favorite?
Okay, so in Ghana we have the rainy season and the dry season. I don't like the rainy season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you call it summer. So that's what I like. Yeah.
All right. Very good. All right. Number 4, what is something that you're learning right now?
French.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to start speaking French. I'm going internationally, so I need to learn French, and who knows? I might meet some French people.
I was going to ask you too. Your English is very good, and what are the other languages that you speak?
I speak Chi. They are all Ghanaian local languages. Chi. Yeah, and then Fanti.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Number 5, when you were in school, what were your best and worst subjects?
I love maths. Maths was my best. And then my worst one was chemistry.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan
I don't
of
want to
that
be a
either.
doctor.
I was not good with the chemistry. All right. Number 6, what scares you?
What scares me? Is that what the question? What scares me?
What scares you? Yeah.
Trusting the wrong person. Yeah. Putting all my trust and my belief in somebody who is not reciprocating it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. All right. Number 7, have you ever been in love?
Yes, I am in love right now.
Yes, I love it.
I am.
Love is good. Love is good. All right. Number 8, what inspires you?
Uncomfortable situations, and then seeing people go through depression, bad stuff. When I see those things, I just, something triggers me to do something to pull them out of that situation. So seeing people in an uncomfortable situation and myself, it just gingers me to do something. William, do something to solve that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that inspires me.
I love that. All right.
Yeah.
Number 9. How do you enjoy your downtime or your time off? When you're not working, what do you do?
When I'm not working, I I I think of how to grow my business
Mm.
and myself. Everything about me is business. I just always want to step ahead, one time step ahead. Yes, I love to do new things. Just to, and I love doing odd stuff. What
Yeah.
people are doing, like when people are sending mail, I want to write it with my hands. When people are calling on phone, I want to walk and knock on the door. When people are, I just want to be the odd one out, so that
Yeah.
people get you noticed when you're not doing the same thing as everybody. Yeah,
Mm.
so I think of doing something odd when I'm
Yeah.
free. Yeah,
Yeah. And I think we need to add some guitar in there. We need to.
I need to start learning that.
Yes. Add that to your list. Add that to your list. All right. Last question. Which culture do you deeply respect or want to learn more about other than your own?
What culture? Getting involved with this US based networks, I would love to learn more about them.
Mm.
I would want to, when Oleg came around, I realized there are some things that were quite different, you know, timing. In Ghana, when somebody tell you, I'm meeting you at 10 o'clock, and it's 11:30,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't,
See, I don't
yeah,
handle that very well.
yeah.
I'm like, listen, if you're going to be there at 10, you better be there at 9:50.
Yeah, so that was quite different with Oleg. And I told Oleg, when somebody tells you 10, it means 11. So, and then he thought I was joking. He thought I was joking. We were going to wait for a bus. He wanted to go to another town, and then we had um, the ticket for 2 p.m.
Mm.
He left at 4. Yeah, and I told you, man, I told you that in Ghana. So I'm trying to learn to be time conscious now because of my exposure.
Mm.
I know white people are very conscious with their time.
Mm.
So when I say 11 on a call, I get ready 10:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's very true. Like I was
yeah.
taught from a very young age to be on time, that's really important.
Mhm.
And that it creates people respect you for that here. And when you're because you're in being on time, you are saying, I value my time and I
Yeah,
value your time, and we are
yeah,
and our time is important. And because it's all we have, truly, at the end of the day, we have time. That's the only thing we are guaranteed, I think, in this life, is some kind of time, even if it's just a minute.
yeah.
And so, yeah, that would be hard for me. I would be, I would be like, where are you? What happened?
Yeah.
I
So
love
so
it.
one so one advice I'm going to give you is, when you happen to be in Ghana and you want to go somewhere at 11,
Yeah.
tell the person you want to go at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great advice. Great advice. Well, you did it. You survived our 10 questions, William. You did a wonderful job. And it
Yeah,
was nice to get to know you a little bit further as well.
yeah,
I
yeah,
would love for everybody to visit William's website. It's mugs.mrplange.com. And I
yeah.
would love for you, William, to tell everybody what they can find there.
Yeah, so we have the marks. I have the marks there, and I have a video of my story, living in the forest and then coming out of it. Yeah, that's the video, coming out of it um to bring out the best in me. So these mugs are not just for drinking of tea and all that, but it's there to remind you that you have something special in you that needs to come out. So this is Adrian and Liz. They bought from me, and they are behind me too as well. So you can make payments there too as well. and then we get it done.
Mm. I
Yeah.
love that.
And
And you
now I
have
have
lots of
packages.
different
Yeah.
you have
Yeah. A
lots of
step at
different
a time.
options for people to be able to
Yes.
buy
Yes.
different amounts
Yes.
of mugs as well. And I saw Adrian here too. I know Adrian. She's so sweet.
Oh wow. Yeah. Adrian bought for me. I was like, there, that's her.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Well, and you have lots of different things here from different ways that people can the shop, of course, and then happy customers and your history and a
Yeah.
contact button as well. So absolutely love that. And I would love for people to visit. Again, it's mugs.mrplange.com.
Yeah.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. What is next for you, William? What do you feel like is the biggest thing you're working on right now?
Yeah. So right now, I would want to, start educating people to come out of their shells. You
Mm.
know, I wish I can start a program that would motivate people, because people are just stuck down and then they don't know where to go, how to move, how to start something for themselves. So I want to use my own story to bless them, to tell them that, hey, look, it is possible. It is possible, because from nowhere, even when I was in the city where I was living in a wooden structure for 2 years, and I was doing my mark, I was doing my business there. Nobody knew about it, because I was genuine and I was honest. When I tell you I'm doing it, I'm delivering on Friday. I make sure I get it done on Wednesday, and I deliver it on Thursday. So I always surprise them with my delivery. And then, when you're honest, when you're genuine to people, they're always going to come to you. So I'm just planning on having a platform to motivate people, anybody, and then take them out of depression. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. William, I'm so glad that we had the opportunity to talk today and
Yeah.
to have
Me
our
too.
audience hear your story and to see the mug in action. I'm going to, once we get moved and everything over here, I'm going to get some for my new house and for the Breakthrough Show as well. I think it would be
Oh,
amazing
yeah.
to share that with people. But thank you
Me
so
too.
much, William, for being here today. I appreciate you.
I'm humbled. I'm humbled. Thank you so much too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, you guys, it's been another fantastic show today. I want to remind you of a couple things. First, we would love to have you as a part of our community. You can join our Discord server to chat with other fans, meet past guests and hosts from the Breakthrough Show Network. Just go to bit.ly/Discord Breakthrough. bit.ly/Discord Breakthrough. Also, if you're in the US, Canada, and Puerto Rico, you can join our Breakthrough Show Network text community for show notifications, insider info, and special orders. Text the word breakthrough to 256-685-7092. And we would love to keep you in the loop with all of our amazing shows here on the network. I want to thank my special guest, William, today. I want to thank all of you for watching or listening wherever you are in the world. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you that every day is a great day for a breakthrough. And we'll see you next time.